there folks, and welcome back to Venice in Europa Universalis for the Mare Nostrum expansion. So, yeah, I guess now that we've taken Vienna, it is kind of the time to start thinking about what we're going to ask for in a peace deal. So, let's have a look at areas. Is there anything they have that's currently in the same region as anything we have? Well, Crane and Gours, and we're going to want to take Gours anyway, I guess, since that will connect our two regions here. We'll be able to walk from Ragusa to Venezia and so forth. Trent, I think, yeah, has Venetian culture, so it's an accepted culture to us. So we'll probably want to grab that. Yeah, that's the only other place that has our culture. Fair enough. But it is actually in the same area as Tyrol. Of course, Tyrol has a gold mine, which would make it quite interesting. But we do also have to keep in mind that a coalition is a definite possibility. Right? Now we've taken Trent. And the Ottomans have cored Euboea and Crete. Well, that's unfortunate. Carnton. I mean, if they're going to try to siege it back, that's... I guess let's hang around and see what it is they're going to do. May 6th, May 7th. Yeah, let's head in. If they want to engage us, they're more than welcome. They're not turning back. Okay, there they go. Just waiting till we got locked. I mean, that's just good policy. We could definitely just hang out in Vienna and loot it. But I don't think that's the plan right now. Oh, the knights have landed. Alright. That's cool. I'm not really interested in fighting there. I do want to try to siege down Tyrol, though, just in case we want to take it. It'll be cheaper in terms of war score if we have sieged it down. Alright, let's take a look here, because they are now at low enthusiasm. Yeah, they still have length of war going for them, but that's about it. Let's see. Clear offer. We take Gours. Obviously, we can't vassalize him. We can humiliate them. Yeah, with 100%, we can make them revoke imperial reforms. These things, but we don't care. So with Gours and Humiliate, we're still very positive. We can also take Trent. Yeah, that's not too much aggressive expansion overall. I do kind of want to take Lienz just because it's funny. I mean, to be fair, taking Carnton would do the same thing, but it's a much larger province. Let's see, Carnton is 17, 10, Tyrol is 11. So with the Humiliate, we could take these two provinces from them. We couldn't take much more. We take Reps, I assume. Well, once Tyrol falls, we could do that. And then how much money do they have? Not a lot. I assume we could do this, though. Once Tyrol falls. Alternatively, no money, no reps. We could also grab... We can take Tyrol, have a gold mine. I assume we've got enough income sources that we're not going to go be in too bad of a spot from inflation from having a gold mine. $245, 32% overextension. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Only 1%, so that's fine. I would rather not fight again, unless we can very clearly win. I'm somewhat tempted. Brandenburg, Salzburg, Wurzburg, Genoa. So Hungary is a way that we could get into a war with Genoa and take Genoa. Although with no claim and all that. Who are they? There we go. See, the troll is over. Still taking just a ton of attrition there. Partly because it's not joined together, because this guy has some maneuver. Alright. Peace deal. Yeah, we could even add stuff on top of this if we wanted to, but I don't want to go too crazy with overextension. Or with, well, with overextension or with aggressive expansion is more what I'm concerned about. I mean, we could make them break their alliance with Hungary. Alternatively, we could just very soon hereafter declare war on Hungary. Out of curiosity. Would Austria defend them? They would not. Oh, they're already at war. Fair. What's their war exhaustion at? 7. Alright, so if we can't do that, we also can't take reps. It's fine. Take some gold. We take all of their gold. 47 power projection, so we'll be in very good shape for power projection for quite some time. 8 prestige divided between Venice and its allies. As it turns out, we don't even get half. Spain has 56% participation. Interesting. Fortunately, they're not rivals, though, so... It's quite the truce we're going to have. But since they're not rivals, they can't take our power projection. We'll only get 52 of the ducats. I guess that's still fine. Sure, this is going to complicate the math a little bit in terms of provinces within states, but hey, do I want to do any more fighting here? I really don't, I guess. So yeah, send demand. and come back from Brandenburg. Send demand. I want to get alliances again just immediately. I'm going to pay for one reduction there because we are ahead. 28, 27, 29. Sure, go to Leica. Go to Treviso, which of course pretty upset that I scorched it now, but we make mistakes. It's something we do. So from gold, inflation-wise, yeah, not a problem. Alright, good. Good. Ottomans have declared war on the Mamluks. Not a surprise. Alright, France. Alliance? Indeed. Alright, how are you in... Austria would still defend Hungary. Wow. I guess we didn't hurt them nearly badly enough. Okay, France is much less in debt. They've paid off a considerable amount of said debt. This is not going to happen until 47, which is fair. You know, we picked up some aggressive expansion, but still, that may be a thing. Looks like they're still pretty happy about it. So, again, I could release Styria, which would release Tyrol and Gurs, and I think just that, right? Yeah, it does look that way. Because this is Aquileia. But I kind of think we just hold on to them. And yeah, we can grab Bohemia as an ally again. I mean, I guess I can ally pretty much whoever I want. Allied with Circassia. Who hates Lithuania? Muscovy, Ryazan, and the Teutonic Order. Interesting. They've made it all the way up here to the Livonian Order lands. Bohemia kind of helps us the most against Hungary and Austria, and potentially against a coalition, as that's a reason to go for Bohemia. Lithuania can sort of help us against the Ottomans, size-wise. How are you doing, Lithuania? Really? 30? 30 for a force limit. No manpower, no nothing. Wow. I mean, Bohemia should be able to field pretty much that. Yeah, 27. I guess we ally up with Bohemia. How badly did we hurt Austria in terms of force limit? We took about 10 off. Took about 10 off. Hungary, how are you looking? Bad. Brandenburg, Austria, Salzburg, Würzburg, and Genoa. Other than the fact I don't really need to fight them right now. Like, I'm not looking to take their territory. We'll just get this alliance back. Good deal. I'll go back to improving with Brandenburg. Livonia. Remove Salzburg from the map. Allied with Hungary, the Palatinate, Memmingen, Austria. yeah, Austria would still defend them. So that mission isn't happening. Retake Crete. It's definitely... This is pretty good in terms of a reward. I just don't see a lot of reason to go to war with Hungary right now, because we are sitting pretty in terms of power projection. Unfortunately, for the next year, we'll lose 5 per year and then 6 per year for a little while after that. But overall, we're in really good shape. Yeah. I think we hunkered down for a little bit. Consolidate our gains. We'll probably... because in 48 years we need to be ready to fight the Ottomans and take back Crete and Euboea, and it's probably as good as we're going to do, and probably not even both of them at once. Take off the attach. Huh. Well, I guess... for now, let's definitely get rid of this guy. How far am I over force limit again? A lot. Alright, we're still going to be a little bit over force limit, but that way we should be making... oh yeah, we're making tons of money. Just tons of money. Alright. I could buy down again, but I think I'm just going to wait. It's not that big. For those, I'll go ahead and get started. For Gors, right, because it's already a state, because it's in the same as Istria. I'll wait a couple of months. Yeah, we'll look at it again in October. Oh, nice. We're getting +2 from power projection, +2 Republican tradition per year. That's great. That said, I still at 90 don't want to start re-electing, and yet we've currently got administrative ideas. And of course we've got to core all this stuff, so we'll just rehire an administrative candidate. Sure thing. Yeah, and again, we're making tons of money now. It's from 5.7, let's boost up the speed 4. Down to 5.4. We'll go ahead and spend it. It's fine. Alright, unhappiness-wise, yeah, there's a lot of folks who are upset. 5.4, 18.5. The rest of these aren't too disconcerting. Tyrolean separatists, interesting. Austrian separatists. Trade League disbanded. Oh, did Genoa go under? No? Interesting. Huh. Alright, let's take one of these armies, send them down there. Move the other one to, I guess, to Treviso. Demand unlawful territory from Austria. Yeah, I mean, that was going to happen. Recall diplomat. Let's improve with, sure, Bavaria sounds good. Right, Genoa, how much aggressive expansion do you have with us? 52. Florence, 64. Interesting. Oh, they've now taken Pisa. They're allied with Austria. Well, we're just going to auto-decline this call for unlawful territory. Venice gains a claim on Augsburg. Sure, which is right there, right? By Memmingen, indeed. Firenze and Treviso. Austria would defend them. And our allies would not join, for one, because we've lost... Okay, we haven't actually lost enough favors that they won't join, but France is still in debt. Bohemia has a ton of war exhaustion. Speaking of which, France... Take like... How much do I make? Take like 300 ducats and pay off your debt. Part of your debt. Please. Oh, Genoa became a Republican dictatorship. Okay, that explains it. Alright, so this is something we may do eventually. You become a Republican dictatorship if your ruler... Well, for one, there are a couple of ways. For one, when you're below 66 Republican tradition, you can have rebel spawn to change your government. So if they break the country, you can have government change that way. If you re-elect, or rather, if you go under 40 Republican tradition with a, your ruler, then through an event can become the Republican dictator, changing the government over to Republican dictatorship. Also, if you re-elect a ruler and you have below 20 Republican tradition, the government will collapse into a Republican dictatorship. So we may look into doing that later on, because if you do that, then when the ruler dies, the ruler who became the Republican dictatorship head, if you have less than 50 Republican tradition, the government will change to a monarchy of the highest type currently available to your country through admin-tech. So like okay, alright, all that's fine. So like feudal, administrative, absolute, so on. I don't think you can actually become a constitutional monarchy that way, but I think those first four, whichever one you have achieved in terms of admin-tech, that's what you will become. If you somehow manage to do that, and you still have over 50 Republican tradition when the ruler dies, you'll just go back to being whatever republic you were previously. If we do that, hopefully it will be because we intended to, because we wanted to become a kingdom, so we didn't have to futz around with all this limited number of provinces and states. But I don't know, we may stay a republic. We no longer claim Mantua. Alright. And we've gained a Casus Belli. Sure. Let's go ahead and fabricate claim on Mantua. And on Parma. And that's it. I don't want one on Cremona or Navarra just yet. I find it really interesting that we could declare this war right now. Obviously, without Spain to help us, I don't think we can win. Or at least, I don't think we can win. But, like, if we can fully siege down Florence, all we have to do is wait long enough and make sure Austria doesn't get over here, and we can take what we want. The problem is, well, no, I was going to say the problem is we need to take too much of it, but actually, we only have to have Siena. Right, because from Siena we can fabricate a claim on Genoa and declare war that way. And then later on we can worry about grabbing the rest of this stuff. 15 favors there, 12 there, 19 there. The thing is, they're going to tick down. It doesn't say how fast they decay. A little unfortunate. France is now... Alright, they did pay off a good chunk of their debt, so nice. Yeah, if we can get France in that war, I think we declare. Switzerland declare war on Savoy. Alright. I'm alright. Got no problems hearing about that. Let's improve relations. France. Burgundy's now in a war. I didn't even pay attention to what province that was for. Oh, local goods produced +1. Interesting. Was it Trent? It was Trent. So soon they'll ask about Gors and Tyrol, etc. Yeah, local unrest +10. Monthly autonomy change. Yeah. Imogen wants access for Switzerland? Yeah, sure, why not? Clearly I can think of reasons why not, but nah, it's fine. Oh, we were discovered in Savoy. That's alright. Genoa allied with the Pope. Mamluks were fully annexed. And renounced some of their claims. Interesting. Yeah, the Ottomans are running out of nearby enemies, which is not good for us. Alright, let's send another gift over here. Let's only send 200. It's not going to get them out of debt, but it does get them lower. Now what are we talking about here in terms of... Alright, that's only a -10. Obviously we're currently looking at a very expensive war, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Conquer Slavonia, rival of our rival, which is the Ottomans. It does actually look like we can make that work. You know what? Sure. Because that is a good reward. Why not? And with that, gonna call this an episode. Thanks for watching, folks, and I hope to see you in the next one, where we'll probably pay France some more money to go to war with us and take Siena. Yeah, hope to see you then.